Hello, everyone. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today we're here to look at the Visionary and the Vast Enlightenment cards. These are two decks from a series of decks called the Enlightenment cards that are published by the publisher Chengdu Arcana. They are a publisher based in China, and they have a whole series of these decks. I showed one of these, the Quest Enlightenment cards, on a video that I did for the Find Your Magic Tarot. I paired it with that and it went very well. They went very well together. And I promised in that video that I was going to be showing a few more of these decks. So this month I want to show these two because I think that these are really great coloring for this time of year. This is like the colder time of year when I'm filming this in mid-October. And I just think that these are really nice for this time of year and other decks that I have out. I think they're going to pair really nicely. So I wanted to show you guys these. I think that these decks are fun. They have, I'll just show you the boxes. They have very good keywords, and sometimes there are keywords that I don't often see in decks, and some of them are, keywords that we're used to seeing, but it's always a nice mix. And then these two have like a darker, more shadowy feel to them, as not just the artwork, but also the keywords as well. So they usually have different writers, different artists for the different decks, but they're published by the same company, so they have similarities, but they also have some differences as far as which direction they take in the theme and stuff. So this is the Visionary, and this is the writer and artist. I don't want to mispronounce their names, so I'm not going to say it. And this is the Vast, and here is the writer and artist for that one. Okay. So the boxes don't come with thumb hole cutouts, so it does take a little bit to get them out of the box. We know we need the thumb hole cutouts, but none of them do. So that's what we get, we get what we get, Once you get them out of the box, they're very good quality. The books are nice. They have the glossy quality. They have linen cardstock. They have the edging. They are about 35 cards each, 36. They're 36 cards each. So this is the inside of the box for the Visionary Enlightenment cards. I'm just going to put this over here so I don't make a mistake. And here's the inside of the box for the Vast Enlightenment cards. I want to close them because they're hard to get open with no cards inside or with no thumb hole cutouts. Okay, so let's take a look at the book. As far as the guidebooks go, they are a soft satin matte cover with glossy pages. They come in Chinese and English. The English is in the back. The keywords are all listed in a table of contents in the front of the book. And here, the front matter, this is like the copyright information, and here are the details if you'd like to see. And it's the same in both books, same quality, the same details. There's a different artist here, so I'll just show you that. And I'll just show you the keywords side by side so that you can, if you want to compare them to see if they're, I didn't see any overlaps. I did take a quick look, but you can compare if you'd like. There you go. The introduction, the foreword is the same in both books. It just says that the ultimate purpose of using the oracle cards is to pursue a more calm and peaceful state of mind, a positive and optimistic spirit, and a habit of viewing things and problems from multiple perspectives. This requires long-term accumulation. Whether you realize it before or not, everyone can, as a matter of fact, make significant progress by learning and changing their mindset. I do find that when I read these, sometimes they don't read as smoothly as they would if they were done in English, and then translated into another language. These have been translated into English from their original language. So you do have to take that into account when you're reading this book. You may find some grammatical faux pas, but for the most part, I haven't found anything that I couldn't understand. I could understand it just fine. So this is what the write-ups look like. You get a keyword that's on the card, and then you get more keywords here, which they call enlightenment words. For this one, difference, and then the further words are contradictions, multiple options, misunderstandings, and parting the ways. And then you get just sort of like a little blurb on the information, and it's the same for every card. It's the same in this book. Like I said, the introduction or the forward is the exact same. The words are the same. There's no change there. And here is what the write-ups look like for that. Same sort of write-up. Nothing in the back. There are a couple of what you would call spreads here if you'd like to, use those, there's that available in the book. That's the books. We'll come back to them and read one of each at the end. Here are the backs. They're the same, and they do look reversible to me. There's, just a different colorway. So we have a slate blue with a white, and this one is a gray and black. The edges. So for the edges, you have a blue metallic edge for the Visionary, and Vast has a silver metallic edge. All right, so let's go through them. I put the Visionary here and the Vasts are here, so just so that we can keep track of which cards are which. So they are numbered, and they do have both languages at the bottom of the cards. They're borderless on 3 sides with just a border on the bottom for all of them, the title bar. So we have difference and order. Setback and flexibility. When I saw this flexibility card, I became very interested in this deck because flexibility is a word that I see in a lot of Oracle decks. A lot. But I don't often see it in this context where this is like where you're being flexible, but you're not being yourself, right? So this is that sort of flexibility that you are then sacrificing who you are or changing yourself out to meet other people's needs. I don't know if that is the healthiest way to be flexible. So I like that it gives me the opportunity to see that in a different way with the picture. I mean, you can see that in a different way with any card if you pull a flexible card, but it's nice to have the imagery to go along with it. It's something that feels a little different in my collection. So we have bigotry and differentiate. Break free and control. The artwork on these are so different. This is given like, more manga, fantasy style, like digital style. This is, while it probably is also digitally rendered, it definitely gives like this sort of Baroque look to it. Or even like, sorry, that was mindfulness and miracle there. Even like a photo manipulation, some of them, because this one looks so realistic. Unbending and wisdom. Rules and release. This release card is something else, isn't it? We have ignorance and preciseness. Like this sort of scientist look here. This one, I was like, wait, ignorance? These hands look benevolent to me. They look like they want to help, but then this word makes me think, well, maybe those hands aren't so helpful, Fantasy and constraint. Sermon, positive. This is, I think, like a lot of these cards can be a lot of these keywords in the Vast Enlightenment cards are a little bit more difficult. Difficult situations, difficult thoughts, difficult emotions. I felt like the Visionary had a lighter feel to it. So we have compliance and rapid. And, also the artwork is lighter. This feels more animated and, cartoon. And this feels smoky and dark. End and meditation. But I think both of them have a good balance of words. Maybe it just felt that way to me, but you guys will have to let me know what you think. Impatience and competition. Tidy up and imitation and tidy up. Feedback and strength. Keyed up and then guard. Reboot and consistent. Look at this wolf. Restriction, celebration. So we do have a mix of words in both perplexity and childhood. This is so cute. I wouldn't say that this deck has a whole lot of cards that feel light and cute like that, but that one is definitely unworldliness and intuition. Separation, happiness. Look at that. It's fun. Depression and harmony. And I don't know if you can see this person down here amongst all of this. Power and harmony. Oh, wait, we saw harmony. Sorry. Power and love. Guilty conscience and mercy. Hesitation and company. Hypocrisy and indifference. Against your will and gathering. You look so sad. I'm looking to see what this is. Like, is that blocking her from moving forward, or is this just something coming out of the painting onto the wall? Occlusion and cooperation. Ties and enjoyment. Partial to one side and pathfinding. Leading and public welfare. Achievement and adaptation. I don't know what he's made into a shield here, but he's definitely adapted as necessary. Occupancy and twists and turns. Team inheritance. Investment and loss. Looks like the fish snapped right off the pole or the line. Investment. Oh, I see. They're investing in what? The future? I don't know. Waiting and security. Those are the last two. Very pretty. Here are the backs again. So as I was looking through some of these keywords on the visionary, it does look like these could be some really good keywords for reading for financial situations, because we've got setback, break free, unbending, rules, ignorance, fantasy, like legal situations, financial situations, feedback, keyed up, work, work readings, guilty conscience, hesitation, hypocrisy, partial to one side. Definitely, I could see these for legal readings for people who do those. And then these, they just seemed more community style. Like if I'm reading for relationships between people, they don't have to be not necessarily not romantic relationships, but just the way people are connecting with each other. I would use a deck like this. So we have order, flexibility, bigotry, control, miracle, wisdom, release, preciseness, constraint, positive, rapid, meditation, guard, consistent, childhood, happiness, Mercy, Indifference. These could also be really great for like past life readings or love, mercy, cooperation. Yeah, I could see these for past life readings. Or even what am I thinking? For past shadow work readings was the other thing I was thinking. So I could see these being used for that. So let's look at the size really quickly. This is a normal size tarot card, and you can see that they are taller and wider, but not as wide as like a normal size oracle card, because this is a normal size oracle card. So they're still taller, but a little bit more narrow. So that's kind of where they fit in the size. And they're both the same size, both decks. All of these decks are the same size. They're on the same cardstock. This is like a glossy linen finish with a gloss plasticky coating. And I think I already showed you that this one, the Visionary, has a blue metallic edge, and this one has a silver metallic edge. Let's give them a shuffle. If you have longer fingers, you may be able to riffle shuffle these with no problem. They're only 36 cards, so they don't give me any problem shuffling them, but I can't grip them this way because they're too long for my hands. So I just do it like this. All right, same shuffle over here, same cardstock. I don't like to do, a lot of times I just overhand them like this just to kind of save the gilding, but I haven't really had any trouble with the gilding coming off on the decks that I have so far. But I'm also very easy on my cards, so I try not to, I try not to destroy them, you know? All right, so let's see what we got. So we have twists and turns and hypocrisy. I'm glad I pulled this hypocrisy card because I'm really curious about this one. I was like, what's hypocritic about this? All right, let's see. So let's start with hypocrisy. We have number 26. They are numbered in the guidebooks. That makes it really easy to find. So here are two of them if you'd like to read them for yourself. Take a screenshot. It says deliberate attempts to hide the truth, which may come out of helplessness or because of emptiness or low self esteem or selfishness or vanity. Underneath this untruthful appearance lies desire, hypocrisy, and even deception. These appearances are in fact short lived and fragile and exhaustive, emotional, internal friction. The extra keywords here are lies, deception, affectation, concealment, transience, and untruthfulness. So I couldn't understand the image, but now that I've read it, I think what we're supposed to be seeing here is what's hidden beneath the surface having a hold on her, right? So all of this huge thing that she's hiding, holding on to her. She can't even stand up, you know, it's just really attached to her. So, and kind of the effect that that has on you or the other person. So I can see that. All right, so now let's look at twists and turns for the vast. Okay, here you go. If you'd like to read them for yourself. It says this is not a profound change, and it is easy to solve. For the whole thing, it seems that it is not so smooth. It will experience some small tests and obstacles, but this is the real world. There will always be problems, and we are bound to overcome them. This may be the subject that helps us grow. We need to learn and gain experience from it. So, this is not necessarily a bad thing. And the Enlightenment words here are obstacles, turning points, test, overcoming, and subject. Okay, so it's like we have twists and turns, but it's gonna happen. He looks completely ready for his twists and turns to come his way. He's got his blade at the ready. He's ready. So I like, yeah. So one thing that I do love about these cards is that they make you think. It's never just what's on the surface. It's never just the word or just the image. Once you start putting them together, a story starts to unfold. So even with 36 cards, just pulling one can be enough, you know? One, and maybe with a tarot card, or maybe just the story unfolding in one card. But I think that, you know, there is also the opportunity to combine them or work with them together if you have two that kind of feel like they might be nice together, which is why I thought I'd show these together, because I feel, in my opinion, these seem like they could work nicely together. One tarot deck that I really wanted to try with this Visionary Enlightenment cards, the Visionary Enlightenment cards, was the Long Tarot. Now, this is by the same production company, but that's about the only thing they have in common. They're different. They're different. This is a dragon deck. The tarot is a dragon deck. The tarot is like warmer colors in general. There are some cooler colors in here. The artwork is different. The artist is different. The writers, everything's different. But I wanted to try them together. There was something about the style of art. Let's take a look at this. So we have the Four of Wands with this dragon guarding these coins in this shell. And there's a ship here, looks like, or something up here. It looks like a cup, might be a chalice or something. And then the Three of Wands, like the fire in their hand. And the End card, where we have all of these beings who have, like, I don't know, it looks like these beings were trying to tie this person up, and then this being, this angel or this fairy, came and unwrapped them and then wrapped themselves to kind of stop it. And each one has, like, this one has a moon, a crescent moon, and this one has some sort of, I'm not sure what, on their face. I don't know if you can tell. There's different things happening there. It's very interesting, this card. So there's an unbinding happening here. Maybe we're unbinding ourselves from this forced control or this focus on control, and trying to be a little bit more open and a little more expanded. Here we have the Five of Pentacles with the World card and impatience. So maybe things are difficult right now and you really want it to come to an end. You want to see the better, but you have to wait. You know, things are going to happen in the way that they're meant to unfold, and we don't want to force it. You know, don't allow your impatience to get the better of you here. Three of Pentacles. It's interesting all these pentacles are coming up with the Judgment card and fantasy. And this person doesn't even have a head. There's a star there instead of her head. Interesting. All right, so we have the Chariot with the Wheel of Fortune and perplexity. It looks like the spread is moving from this side to this side, right? So we have a changing of luck, a changing of circumstances that could cause some confusion, and maybe a block to moving forward. They actually look like they're moving back. Leading with the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. I think these look fantastic together, and I enjoy reading with them, and I enjoy finding the story in these pictures. So I wanted to show these together for sure, because I don't know if people have this one. It's been out for a little while, but I feel like I've seen people with it. So, you know, this might be an option if you were looking for a pair for it. Another deck that I thought went really well with the Visionary Enlightenment cards is the Nova Witch Tarot. I'm going to keep these in order because I want to do a walkthrough and I don't want to have to reorder them. But I just wanted to show them here together so that you could take a look at what they look like. I thought that because this Nova Tarot has this sort of very cool hue over all of the cards, something made me think, oh, I wonder how these are going to look together. And then I used them together. And even though the artwork is very different, I enjoy this. I like all of the color happening in the middle, and then the white borders to kind of break it up. So this was nice for me. So here we have Justice and Rules and the Eight of Wands. So we have Feedback, Strength, and the Girl of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. And the Star, the King of Wands, and Hesitation. And I'll just show one more. Don't these look great together? I don't know. I just really like them. Keyed Up, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Swords. So that's the Nova Witch with the Visionary Enlightenment cards. So for the Vast Enlightenment cards, the very first thing that popped into my head was the Heaven and Earth Tarot. This is a little Scarabeo deck, and um, I thought that they looked really great together. So definitely wanted to show these. They both have that sort of smoky, photorealistic artwork that feels a little dark. It feels a little ominous. And, if that's the look you're going for, it can definitely keep a consistency on the table for sure. Definitely keep it consistent. Right. So we have the Nine of Cups, the Devil, and Rapid. Ooh. And look at Rapid about to shoot the devil here. Isn't that interesting? The Five of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and Cooperation. Flexibility. Here's that flexibility card with the Knight of Wands and the Four of Cups. Preciseness with the Knight of Swords and the Three of Wands. And one more. Constraint with Judgment and the Five of Swords. All right. So that is, again, the Heaven and Earth Tarot with the Vast Enlightenment cards. Another deck that I had out that I wanted to see how they would go together and to add a little color to the mix was the Tarot of Haunted Houses, another little Scarabeo. This one is a tuck box deck. Yeah, and they do add a little liveliness to it. So we have Imitation with the Lovers and the Tower. Interesting, the Lovers and the Tower coming up there together. Ten of Cups with the Seven of Swords and Pathfinding. Indifference with the Knight of Coins and the Seven of Cups. Here we have the King of Wands, the Ace of Coins, and Positive. So here we have the Queen of Wands with Strength and Death. Wow. You like it. I like this. This is spooky and fun and great for the season that I'm filming this in, for this sort of Halloween spooky season. But like I said, this is not a deck I would use for daily pulls. Now, the Tarot of Haunted House, I would, but I feel like this one leans more towards like shadow pulls or to use for clarification in an actual reading. So probably wouldn't use them in this way that I'm showing them here, but I may use them together. And I just, this way you can kind of see them together here on the screen. And again, that's the Tarot of Haunted House with the Vast Enlightenment cards. So the last one I wanted to show here with the Vast Enlightenment cards was the Gustav Ador Tarot. I think sometimes this deck is hard to pair up with things because of its its warmer tone. It looks black and white, but it's actually not. It has this like sepia kind of warm gray tone to it. And it's also a mix of different styles of things. So we've got some that are like etchings and some I think that are prints, or maybe they're all etchings. I'm not sure, but they definitely look like they've come from different artworks and stuff like that. Sometimes it can be hard. There was something very medieval about the look of these cards, so I said, well, let's try them. Let's try them. I had luck with mixing the cool and warm tones with the other deck, so let's try this one. And I actually really love the way they look, so I definitely will be trying to use these together in some way. So we have Loss with the King of Pentacles and the Five of Cups. Adaptation with the Eight of Pentacles and the Chariot. Miracle with the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. And one more. The Knight of Cups and Death with Security. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know what you think about the pairings, or if you have things that you think might go with them. So those are my thoughts. What do you think? Which ones do you like better? Which ones are you feeling more? What's making you make that decision? Is it the artwork? Is it the keywords? What do you think? What do you think about these two decks? Do you think that they're great for this season? Would you use them all year round? Let me know all the things in the comments below. So I'm going to put in the description box below the publisher's link where you can pick them up. It's where I've seen the least expensive price for these decks. Of course, there's shipping that you have to pay on top of that, but that's where I've seen them price the best. So that's what I'm going to put down below. But of course, you do shop around. They're sold at various resellers as well. And I will put links to everything else you saw here today. If anything that you saw here today was a mass market deck, I use Amazon affiliate links always. And because I'm an Amazon affiliate. And when you guys use those links, if you decide to buy them from Amazon, you can buy those decks from the publishers as well, you know. But if you do shop at Amazon, I appreciate when you guys use those links. It helps me out, gives me a couple cents, doesn't cost you anything. All you need to do, click the link, log in, check out within I think within an hour, and then, you know, it helps. It helps me out. I put it all back into the channel. I would like to hear from you below. Let me know if you've made a decision, if you decided which one you like best, or if you think you might pick them both up, or if you have them, what you're using them with, or any other thoughts that you have. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to hear them in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.